Hi, I'm Jake Owens, filling in for Ethan Blevins.
And I'm Dana Grisano, filling in for Jake Owens.
Welcome back to the Vanderbilt Slupdate.
We're starting with some national news this week. President Trump was reportedly super duper sad when it was announced he in fact did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. Breaking news, Mr. President, killing 11 Venezuelans with a cruise missile does not make you a peacemaker. The United States government has been shut down for over 2 weeks, with both parties blaming the other for it. Experts do agree it's nice to finally see Congress agree on one thing: doing nothing. Vanderbilt has responded by hosting its third annual 150th anniversary celebration, claiming that if the nation's leaders can give themselves a bullshit vacation, we should too. Vanderbilt was one of the 9 universities sent President Trump's Compact for Higher Education, and instead of choosing to sign or decline like the rest of the universities, Chancellor Diermeier chose a secret third option of neutrality. It should come as no surprise that Vanderbilt's latest campus expansion is in Switzerland. Speaking of expansions, Chancellor celebrates new Palm Beach campus by baptizing donors in Margaritaville pool water.
This last month was marked by many tragic deaths. Most notably, famed anthropologist Jane Goodall passed away. Moments ago, her cause of death was finally revealed to be monkey business. National Geographic recently published a study on the health benefits of eating bones. Finally, some good news I can get behind, said Armie Hammer. Also, Kim Kardashian's Skim clothing line has released a set of thongs that give the illusion of the wearer having a bush. The only response I have: my culture is not your costume.
A woman in California got robbed so often that even bears broke in. Her name, Goldilocks, and bears say justice has finally been served. Or as Baby Bear put it, victory is ours, you porch-stealing cunt. As McDonald's recently begins running its Monopoly promotional game for the first time in almost a decade, Toys R Us pop-up stores are returning across the nation. 2008 is back, baby. Recession, here we come. And in Mississippi, 4th graders saw a rise in reading ranks in the state, going from 50th to 7th place. This rise was so unprecedented, nothing like it had been seen since my 7-year-old grandpa started taking Viagra. Speaking of Viagra, here's a word from this episode's sponsor, Viagra.
I know we are all excited to dare to grow. In devastating news, the 21st Avenue Cava announced that they're going to start charging customers for walking by and smelling the food. Worst of all, it still won't be on meal money. You really can't have shit these days. A new Vanderbilt Department of Environmental Engineering study revealed that the dew on alumni lawn is actually just grass tears from the never-ending, yet temporary construction. Meanwhile, hand, foot, and mouth disease is spreading rampantly across campus. Vanderbilt announces the only cure: getting handsy with Chancellor Diermeier. Oral option available by request.
In honor of slogan Dare to Grow, Vanderbilt's Medical Center prescribes Xanax, Zoloft, and Lexapro to students so she can launch local drug dealing startup as part of her immersion project. In other campus news, students have resorted to pulling the fire alarm in Kasam after being exiled by the roommate situationship who's always around. Meanwhile, an Ozempic stash was found inside an alumni lawn tree. In unrelated news, squirrel spotted in low-rise jeans.
It was recently announced that Bad Bunny would be the headliner at this year's Super Bowl halftime show, much to the chagrin of your grandma that just can't stay off Facebook. On a recent appearance on Saturday Night Live, he urged the nation to learn Spanish in the 4 months leading up to his performance, which has got this white boy asking, "¿Qué pasa, señoritas?" A man was arrested earlier this week after threatening to open fire at the Atlanta airport. His family members told the police that he was headed to the airport, in their words, to shoot it up. The man claims this is all one big misunderstanding, and that he was headed to the airport to fly to Portland to shoot up. Speaking of airports, many major cities are in hot water with the Trump administration after they refused to play a video of Kristi Nomi. She was blaming the Democrats for the government shutdown and any potential airport delays. TSA officials claim they have no issue with the video's message, but will not expose children to the horrid visuals of Kristi Noem.
Now we're switching to our sports segment with our sports anchor, Sports Matthew.
LeBron James teased an announcement that many fans speculated was his retirement, spiking Lakers ticket sales astronomically. Inspired, Florida head coach Billy Napier teased an announcement of his own coming later this week. His plan unfortunately backfired when the real announcement was about him losing his job. During the Ole Miss-Georgia game, Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin appeared to mock Kirby Smart over the clap and timeout incident on live television. Kirby Smart then proceeded to mock Lane Kiffin by putting belt to ass on live television. After losing 4 games in a row, Penn State is in a desperate search for a new head coach. To fund this change in staff, they had to look for some new donors and found a savior in Lockheed Martin, who designed these new uniforms for the Nittany Lions. The Miami Hurricanes have been officially downgraded to a gentle tropical breeze after Carson Beck's abysmal performance last week. Throwing 5 interceptions, Beck was reportedly confused which team he had transferred to. A 28-year-old BYU fan threatened to kill Utah fans during the annual Holy War football game. These BYU freshmen are getting too damn aggressive. Arch Manning mistakes referee for receiver in game versus Kentucky, throws perfect pass, stating, "He looked open. I can't see without my glasses." The Denver Broncos had a historic comeback against the New York Giants, scoring 33 points in the fourth quarter alone to win the game 33-32. I haven't seen a choke like that since your mom last night. And speaking of the NFL, the Tennessee Titans also fired their head coach Brian Callahan last week following their 5th loss of the season. Fans are calling this decision the only good thing the team has completed all year. Construction on Hawkins Field is set to begin immediately, the university announced in a press release. Donors are hopeful that the addition of the Party Deck 360 bar will somehow motivate the team to make it past the first round of the College World Series this season. ESPN's College Game Day program is headed to Nashville for the first time in nearly 20 years on Wyatt Lawn. Senior boys rejoice at the opportunity to spend the night on Commons without judgment. And following the team's win over LSU, Vanderbilt football launched a website for Diego Pavia's Heisman Trophy campaign alongside the hashtag #2turn. The website boasts Pavia's impressive stats on the field and at sorority day parties. I'm Sports Matthew, and that was your sports update.
Thank you for the Sports Matthew. A Vandy frat has launched a new diversity push. It will bid 1 gay per pledge class. In an unrelated news, that frat has been kicked off campus for turning pledging into conversion therapy. As dishware thefts rise, campus dining is happy to have looming threat of wooden utensils in their back pocket. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt chlamydia rates soar, placing schools second only to BYU in virgins with STDs rankings.
All Owen Library Purell dispensers replaced with lube to better meet finance bros' needs. A new survey done by the Vanderbilt Career Center discovered the top employer of computer science grads to be unemployment. And if that's got you down, it's too bad because the UCC announced this week they are fully booked through the next semester. But don't worry, they'll email you a mindfulness PDF you can cry on.
Thank you for watching the Vanderbilt Slupdate. I'm Jake Owens.
And I'm Dana Grisano.
We can leave now. You can leave now.
Ooh, clammy palms.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
You're mean. That's why I'm going to work with Ethan next time.
Wait, no, mine were clammy.
Thank you. Yes, good correction. You're fired. All right.